Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Islam Makhachev shows off his gymnastic skills in a recent video. Here's the clip. Alexander Volkanovski is set to take on Islam Makhachev at UFC 284 for a chance to become a champ. In a recent video uploaded to his YouTube channel, Volkanovski had this to say about 2023. 2022 was massive, but 2023 is going to be my year. Next year is going to be my year. I'm rolling into 2023 with the biggest fight of my life, going for champ against Islam Makhachev. This is the year people remember my legacy. Again, 2022 was a big year, a huge year with a lot of accomplishments, some things that I'm very proud of, but 2023 is definitely going to top it. Frank Hickman, coach of Volkanovski, then had this to say about the preparation of Volk's camp as they get ready to face off against Makhachev. We're training positions that we think we'll find ourselves in, positions we want to avoid getting ourselves in. Like anything else, Islam has his strengths and weaknesses. We obviously know where he's very good, and we know what we're good at. So in this game, you want to impose your strategy without letting him get off too much of his strategy. That's the name of the game. Styles make fights, and these are two completely different styles, so it's going to be good. I think Volk does a better job of mixing everything, and that's what we're going for. Robert Whittaker recently posted a message to social media discussing a breakdown of his fight with Paulo Costa that was in the works for UFC 284 in Perth. Here's what Whittaker had to say.
G'day everybody, I'm sure you've seen the media and the rumours going around right now about the Perth card, and it's upsetting to say, it's very upsetting to say that they're true. The fight with Costa has fallen apart. UFC tried everything in their power to get him to the fight. They gave him the new contract, from what I understand, to take the fight, and he still didn't take the fight. So yeah, the Perth fight is not happening. They're looking to reschedule me March, April, and this is very upsetting. This is very upsetting. I'm sorry to all the friends, fans, and family that are heading over there to watch me do work, but yeah, it's out of my hands. Yeah, I'm upset. You know, I was prepared to train through Christmas, to train through New Year's, to put in the work. I'm already so deep into my camp. Everyone knows that I train. My camps are quite long, so I'm already so deep into my camp and work. And I wanted to take the family out. I want to go on holiday after the fight. I wanted to buy the kids some new toys, earn some money, pay the rent. But yeah, all that's put on the back burner for now. All that's been pushed back, and it's upsetting for me. It's upsetting for me, upsetting for you.
What do you guys think about this fight falling apart? And who do you think we'll see Whittaker face off against next? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Alex Pereira posted a video to social media mocking Israel Adesanya's recent run-in with airport security.
We
find out the Adesanya got arrested after the fight. Now he's gonna chase him to see him fight him in jail.
Oh my God. Bye.
Josh Thompson goes off on Dana White on a recent episode of the Weighing In podcast. Thompson was disappointed in Dana White following his sharp decision to schedule a new light heavyweight title fight the very night Blachowicz and Ankalaev fought to a draw when competing for the same belt at UFC 282. Thompson said, "Dana never cared. These guys are still in the back getting stitched up and putting ice on their shins, and Dana's announcing the next title shot in the weight class they just fought for. He never cared about them. He's like, I need a champion, man. Can't market all these pay-per-views without a champion. I need a champion." Tony Ferguson has dropped out of the UFC's lightweight rankings for the first time in over 7 years, following a string of recent losses. Drew Dober replaces Ferguson after his KO victory over Bobby Green last weekend. Chael Sonnen had this to say about who and what may be next for Leon Edwards and the welterweight championship. Here's the clip.
Belal Muhammad claims he has already signed to rematch Leon Edwards. Belal would qualify for #1 contendership in just about any other scenario except for the one we're in right now, which is the champion who was ranked #1 in the world pound for pound took a kick in the 5th round after his win in a contest. I mean, I fully understand that is Kamaru's fight. I'm just fully sharing for you. We don't know what's going on. And I offer it to the extent that George Masvidal, it appears to me, is putting every egg in in the basket of Kamaru's not going to fight Leon next. Masvidal has turned down fights with Burns. I believe that he is putting himself in a position to be completely ready, hoping that said opportunity appears. That's what I think. And you know what? Masvidal now has competition in the form of Belal Muhammad. I don't know that either one of those guys would get the nod. With Kamaru out, that division's very different. Maybe we go to the #1 contender. Maybe we go to Colby Covington. That's never a bad plan.
Coach Hector Vasquez talks about what it's like working with a young Raul Rosa Jr.
So can you talk about the mental side of dealing with him? Like, is he much more mature for his age than obviously the most 18-year-olds?
He really is. The biggest thing is that what people don't realize, and this goes in every sport. Imagine how much amateur experience he has. He's probably have over 200-300 fights in amateur from 6 years old to now. And then being able to feel comfortable in the back and wrapping his hands. I've seen him when he started his MMA pro debut. I mean, he was sitting in the back, and I'm like, man, this kid's not even nervous. He's just like, dancing and doing his thing. And he does have he has one of those things where he's always like praying and getting in a corner, and he prays about maybe 15, 20 times. But that's just, his Mexican culture part of it. But man, he's just like Brandon. He knows when to turn the switch on. And that's what I like about the kid, and I like working with him.
Terrance McKinney recently called out Arman Tsarukyan on Twitter. Arman first tweeted, "Who's next?" McKinney then replied with, "I'll run it with you after January, respectfully." A fan then tweeted Terrance saying that Tsarukyan went toe-to-toe with Islam, and you think he can't out-wrestle you? Interesting. To this, McKinney replied with, "Nobody in my division can out-wrestle me." Sean O'Malley joined Michael Bisping recently to discuss his training, and then goes on to talk about a fight between Aljamain Sterling and Henry Cejudo.
Were you under the impression, had you won that fight, you were going to fight for the belt next?
Yeah, I know that's what Dana said. I know Henry was kind of leaning in is he going to fight? Is he too fat? So it was kind of up in the air. But I'm not really too worried about it. I'm just training. I'm getting better. I know I need to improve in aspects of my grappling, whether I fight Aljo or Henry. They're both very heavy grapplers. So I'm fine with sitting out, and I'm literally just, grappling. That's all I'm really doing nowadays. So I'm fine waiting the next couple months, just keep getting better.
Well, yeah, no, exactly. Because as you say, stylistically, there's not, of course, they have certain things that they specifically prefer and whatnot, but they're both wrestlers. So whoever comes out on top, it's all going into the same pot, so to speak. Who do you think wins that fight?
To be honest, I think Aljo probably submits Henry. Who knows how hard Henry's been training? These last few years, he had a baby. He clearly wasn't in good shape. Every time you saw him at the fights, he looked fat, drunk. So I don't know. I think Aljo probably choked him. I don't know what's taken so long for them to book that fight. So I don't know.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.